Hi friend, it's Maya Leela. What am I doing? I'm on the rice fields. I'm here in Vietnam. I really love it here. They have these there's this cafe. This is called Roving Chill House. And it has these really amazing couch beds that are super comfy. And then you're overlooking the rice fields. And I just love sitting here and doing my work. And this morning, I haven't started yet. I just finished translating a book from English into Italian, a novel about a woman who's a librarian, and she gets a job at UCLA, and this is the first book and it's a series, and so I haven't gotten to the part with the psychic connection to two pugs that help her solve crimes or something, but apparently that's where it's going. I don't know if I'm going to continue translating because it's not my highest joy. It's fun, and I love the word game puzzle of trying to find just the right word, for the English meaning in Italian, and I love Italian, but I'm a projector in human design. I'm not a generator, and I feel like this is more generator work of do, I can't. And also, so my friend, human design maven Dylan, I'm actually editing a podcast that I recorded with him. That was a super fun conversation. But he is the evolution. I believe he's a channel for the evolution of human design. And he actually tuned into human design. He was introduced to it in Kauai, I think it was, right when Ra, the founder, died. And he kind of got this transference, which I've kind of, in human design, there's this evolution of the modality that's coming around 2027. And it was a prophecy that he channeled, the founder, Ra Uruhu. And when I heard this years ago, I was well, who's gonna tell us what's next? Who's gonna bring on the new human design? That doesn't make any sense to me. where does this evolution come in? How do we know what it is? And so Dylan has channeled 5D human design. That's kind of the evolution of human design, and your chart changes sometimes with this new way of reading your human design chart and processing it. And in this 5D, I just found out this morning that I'm sorry if you're not into human design, this is boring. Book a reading with me so you can learn about your human design. You can start to understand it because it's fucking magic. It's the roadmap to the future for humans and human consciousness, and living your authentic soul purpose in this lifetime. So in this evolved human design, I am a 3/5 manifester, and as a projector, I have an undefined throat center, but in this evolved version, I have a defined throat, and I have everything connected to the throat. So which means I'm here to speak, and to manifestors are here to start shit and start movements and initiate and inform. And so that's fascinating. This morning I'm editing my podcast with Dylan, the human design maven. It's a really fun conversation. I feel I came here to say something. So I've realized in the last few weeks that the foundation, we're going to talk about relationships now. The foundation for a healthy relationship with yourself, with another human, with any other human, and basically the definition of love is emotional safety. So emotions are the energy in your body that arises and is related to, either something your body is picking up on, or a story that your mind is creating, or, emotions are just energy in motion. And for thousands of years, humans have repressed their emotions, and especially in Western societies, but also in other societies like Thailand, it's very repressed. And if we are not able to be a safe space for all of our feelings and all parts of ourselves in our body, I just saw 444, we can't be whole. We can't experience a sense of wholeness if we're rejecting, denying, repressing aspects of our beingness. So creating emotional safety for your own emotions and feelings and thoughts and everything, all your shadow, all your darkness, all your pain and sadness and insecurities and parts of you that are evil and dark and whatever. We have to create a safe space in our bodies for all of that in order to love ourselves, in order to be capable of loving somebody else. Because if we don't do that within ourselves, then we will reject parts of other people. And anywhere that you're rejecting anything, as far as like about another person or just the state of the world or whatever, you're basically slicing yourself off from your own wholeness, from your own divinity, from God, by judging and dividing and separating. And this doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. And what we want is we want to feel love, and we want to feel loved, and we want to feel whole, and we want to feel joyful, and we want to feel ecstatic and blissful. But all of those states involve being whole and feeling whole and safe within our own body. And this realization has been huge for me because in my current relationship with my partner, Ra, we have pretty much complete and total emotional safety because we've done the work on ourselves to develop emotional safety within ourselves and like show up for our own emotions and sadness, especially in grief, and hold space and honor these whatever arises and like ending the war within. So if you're in a relationship and you can't create emotional safety for the other person and they can't create emotional safety for you, you're just re-traumatizing each other. And I mean, we all want love and we all want to feel seen and valued and accepted and loved. And if we don't give it to ourselves and we're trying to extract it from another person who generally has the same woundings or patterns as our family of origin, because we're trying to resolve these patterns and these woundings, if there's no emotional safety, then there's no love. So I feel like, because I'm trying to, right now, I'm in a point in my life of like, okay, like I feel like I've arrived at a certain point of my healing, where like life is really fucking good and beautiful, and like I have my partner that I've been wanting my entire life, and I'm living the life that I've been wanting to live my entire life. So now how do I help other people get here? How do I help other people get to where I've actually arrived at, of like having this life of my dreams, of having this healthy relationship? And I think it just comes down to emotional safety, and how do we create that in our own bodies first, for ourselves first, and then be able to offer that from overflow to those around us and stop hurting each other, because that's the point of safety. If you're safe, you're not being hurt, there's nothing hurting you, you're also not hurting anybody else. And most of us, especially as women, we use shame, manipulation, subtle ways of punishing to emasculate men, to cut them down, to try to get them to do what we want them to do so that we can feel whole and happy and loved. And it's absolutely not how it works. And so like teaching women how to tune into their own loving power and create the relationships of their dreams is like next level. But like the basis of that is women and men, but like women creating emotional safety in their bodies. And I think it all comes back to the mother. It's like the mother is God. Like every human comes through their fucking mother. And so that is the highest expression of like the divine that created you, is the mother. And until the mothers can come back to wholeness and learn how to love themselves, then I don't think that we can get there like as a human species, because I feel like actually men just respond to the mothers. And so it's like, how do we become our own best mothers? How do we become safe for ourselves and for everyone around us? And then in that safe space that we create within our bodies, then men can show up in the ways that they really want to show up, which is as the protectors and providers, as loving, supportive beings, as like these creatures that just want to serve, like, you know, the knights in shining armor. And like all of the shit that we were taught and programmed with, it has these underlying truths, but they were twisted. They were twisted by the matrix, by the media, by everything. And we've become so disconnected from the truth of the power of the feminine, of the goddess. Like she's been silenced for millennia now. And so it's like everything is backwards. Everything is opposite to what we've been taught and shown and told and presented with in the stories and everything. So it's so fucking fascinating. I'm so excited for life and for this exploration and for the work that I'm doing now with my partner. And yeah, I just wanted to come on here and blab for a while. If you can't tell, I love to talk. That's like my highest joy, which now that I know my other evolved human design makes sense, that like I'm here to communicate. And the movement that I want to start as a manifester, as a 3-5 manifester, which is like a 3-5 is perfect for me. And I'm finding the 5 come online more, like seeing people projecting onto me, even though I'm really a 4 too. I love networking. But the movement that I want to start is the divine resurrection through our own bodies, through our own connection to our bodies, 1111, through our own coming home to pleasure and safety within our own bodies, to like being fully human and fully divine. Like I want all humans to have access to their full humanness and humanity, and what it means to have emotions and feelings and the contractions and expansions of like going into that like fear state, and the contraction of like, oh my God, like I'm a tiny isolated little human, I'm gonna die, I'm all alone in the universe. And then the expansion of like, oh wait, no, I am the universe, and like I'm not gonna die. Like this paradox that we live in as humans, that we're both like the tiny mortal, vulnerable, alone little being, which is the game of God playing human, which is what my name means. And then the opposite is also true, that like we are everything, like we can be a home for the entire universe inside of our own bodies. So yeah, I'm very activated and alive around all of this. And so what do we end with? If you are struggling right now, I invite you to just put a hand over your heart and breathe into your heart and into your belly. And my favorite breath is the extended exhale, where you inhale to a count of 4 and then exhale to a count of 8. So let's do that together. So hand on the heart or on the belly, wherever feels good to you. And then inhaling to a count of 4. And then exhaling to a count of 8. And do this a few times. This breath is like a switch in your nervous system that switches you from the sympathetic to the parasympathetic, I think. And it tells your body like, oh, like we don't need to fight, flee, fawn, freeze. Like we don't need to go into like, I'm gonna die. Like if you're letting out all of your air in a relaxed manner, then you can't be gearing up to run or to fight. So this extended exhale breath really like is a fast way to regulate your nervous system and to create a sense of like safety and peace and ease in your body really quickly. So practice that breath. Okay, bye.